Hi friends. I think I'm going to start a new series where I read from this book that I actually found at a thrift store. So I went to a local thrift store this morning and bought a stack of books. I'll insert a photo of my beautiful stack of thrifted books. This one in particular is written by R.C. Sproul, the late and great R.C. Sproul. And it says, now that's a good question. So I think I'm going to start a new series where we open up a random page of this book and read the question and the answer from the book. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm going to randomly open up to a page here. Ooh, look at this one. Okay, so this is page 251 in the book. Now that's a good question by R.C. Sproul. And the question is, how can we demonstrate godliness in our lives? And his answer says, I'm glad you used that word demonstrate. I don't want to play with it too long here, but I think so often we are so concerned about how visible our piety is that we begin to use artificial external ways to make sure that people see our piety. That was one of the most serious stumbling blocks of the Pharisees, the ones who received the most severe indictment from Jesus because they were constantly involved in public displays of their piety. In fact, Jesus said that they degenerated to such a point that the prayers that they prayed were not for the benefit of the ears of God, but for the benefit of the ears of bystanders. So Jesus said, when you pray, go in your closet to pray. Don't pray on the street corners like the Pharisees do to be seen of men. The Pharisees would fast, and they would go around with long faces looking like they were suffering awfully so that everybody could say, look at those poor Pharisees. They are emaciated from their rigorous spiritual fasting. Jesus said, when you fast, anoint your head, put a smile on your face. Don't let anybody know that you're involved in that kind of spiritual life. So there was one sense in which Jesus was against a public demonstration. Yet at the same time, our Lord told us to let our light shine before men. While we're not supposed to make an ostentatious display of our spirituality, I'm going to pause really quick because of this airplane. Okay, I think this might be better. Where were we? Yet at the same time, our Lord told us to let our light shine before men. While we're not supposed to make an ostentatious display of our spirituality or of our piety, we are supposed to make a visible display of our integrity. People can see how we handle criticism, how we react when somebody pushes in front of us in a line, how we react when somebody breaks a promise to us. Do we keep our promises? Do we pay our bills on time? Those are the kinds of things that are very visible. Luther said it this way. Every Christian is called to be Christ to his neighbor. Not that we're supposed to be crucified for our neighbor, but our lives, our trustworthiness, our friendliness, our kindness, our integrity are to demonstrate to our friends what Jesus is like. That is an awesome responsibility. Come back for day 2. Also quickly adding, let me know what your thoughts are and how you would answer the question. So just to remind you what the question is, how can we demonstrate godliness in our lives? Have a blessed day.